Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of Susie Says. I'm going to be going over Gypsy's book, My Time to Stand. I'm going to start with chapter 1. The book should really be called My Time to Lie, My Time to Twist the Narrative, My Time to Grift, because she is not being truthful in this book. I don't care. I know I don't know her whole life story, but I feel like once you put one and two together based off of other interviews she did and based off of just basic knowledge that we know about the case, there's so much that is not factual in this book. It is literally just like fiction at this point. It's like a story because it doesn't make any sense. Chapter 1 is called That's Enough. It's pretty much about the early years, her and Dee Dee, the dynamic they had, how it was more like spouses or like man and woman. She called her mom honey, her mom called her baby, and I got a lot to say about that too, but I'm just gonna try and stick to chapter 1. Chapter 1, she explains what the final straw was that made her come to the decision to unalive her mom. She states that her mom tried to cut her neck. Those words are so interesting because of the manner Dee Dee was unalived. Yeah, she was jabbed 17 times, but there was a very bruised slash across the back of her neck. And when she said her mom tried to cut her neck, she says, cut her throat. I'm sorry. Her words was cut her throat. She said her mom wanted to get her surgery to find out why, or do a procedure to find out why her voice was so high. And she states in the book that Petrie women have this high pitched voice and that Nick thought her high pitched voice was cute. The word she used was like childlike chirp was cute, was sexy or something like that. Ugh. I can't use the word child and sexy in the same sentence. It's weird. But she said that's what Nick thought, and she really didn't want to get rid of her voice. Anyway, and I'm sure it wasn't going to get rid of her voice. It was to find out why she has such a high pitched voice, which I don't really believe is her voice. It is literally not her voice. I've heard her talk in a lower tone. I've heard her talk just in a completely different tone. She's faked an accent. She's done a lot of things. So that's not Gypsy's voice. However, in the book, that's her reason as to why she wanted to unalive her mom. And if that is the truth, she must have spoke to Nick about this. Because remember, she states she didn't know the manner Nick unalived her mom. She knew she was jabbed, or I don't know what's okay to say on YouTube, so I gotta be careful. She was jabbed, but she didn't know how brutal it was. And I'm guessing she meant the slice to the back of the neck, like that almost decapitated her mother. She said she didn't know about that. And in the book, she says that I'm further along. I'm going over chapter 1. I may refer to things that is in like further along in the book. So it's not intentional. And if I do, I'll tell you. I know between chapter 9 and 10, chapter 9 ends with her being punished for running away with Dan. We all know that story. Another lie or another story twisted to whatever. I'm not going to even get into it right here. I'm just going to stick to what I'm trying to talk about. Chapter 9 ends with her being punished for what she did when she ran away with Dan and how her mom treated her, how her mom taught her to be bad. She didn't trust her. She had to learn how to trust her mom all over again. Chapter 10 starts, I met Nick, yada, yada, yada. So here's what I think. And she and her mom had an agreement. She could date online because obviously her mom couldn't stop her from running away. Her mom knew, like, Gypsy is getting older. She has more power than me at this point. She's probably faster than me. She's probably stronger than me. She and her mom, and this is not in a book, this is my theory, I just want to let you know, made an agreement that she could date online and that as long as she did that, it had to stay online. She couldn't do it in real life because of this whole lie they concocted. And the whole world pretty much, not the whole world, but that area they lived in, they were pretty known. They met a lot of celebrities. They were known. So Gypsy couldn't just get up and walk around and start dating a guy. So her mom told her that you can date online. I will allow you to date online and have to stay online. And I believe that was okay with Nick. Gypsy will say Dee Dee didn't know about Nick. I think that's a lie. Just my opinion. I think it's a lie. Anyway, so between chapter 9 and 10, she meets Nick. And Nick is the person she used to unalive her mom. So if the cutting of the throat situation, the procedure to change her voice or to get her voice looked at was the final straw, I find it weird because of how Nick unalived her mom. You cannot convince me that she didn't talk to Nick about it. She claims she didn't go in the room, she didn't see anything, but Do you remember that Facebook post she made that alerted the authorities to the situation that happened at Volunteer Way? And I'm not, I'm trying to use friendly words. I don't want to get in trouble. She started by saying that B is dead. And then the next post was, I slashed that fat pig and I R-word her daughter, her sweet innocent daughter, or something like that. You'll see the post here, I R-worded her sweet innocent daughter. Her scream was so loud or something, like that. I'm not gonna say all of that. But let's think about those words. I slashed. Nick had no idea Gypsy made that post. Gypsy didn't. My thing is, if she said stabbed or jabbed, that would have made more sense. The fact that she said slash. Here's the definition for slash right here. It is a sweeping motion. It is not it's a, and that's literally what happened to the back of Dee Dee's neck. So Gypsy starts by saying the reason why she wanted to unalive her mom because her mom wanted to cut her throat. Whose throat ended up getting cut? I mean, well, not technically her throat, but like the back of her neck got really cut. She states that the reason was because her mom wanted to cut her throat. So somehow her mother's neck got slashed too. And again, it could just be overkill by Nick. I mean, I don't believe it. I feel like Gypsy told him to do that because Gypsy made the post that said, I slashed, not I stabbed, I slashed that fat pig. And this is the mom she talks about, the mom she loves, the mom that took care of her, the mom she caught honey run at. She slashed her. So this is just my opinion of this one part of chapter 1. There's so much more I have to say, but I don't want this video to be this long. So let's just talk about this one passage here where she states that the reason she unalived her mom, or the final straw, was because her mom wanted to cut her throat. And, just thinking about the crime scene and how Dee Dee was unalived, she swears up and down she had no idea what Nick did. She found out at court that her neck was completely slashed. Even though she wrote, I slashed that fat pig. Like, just think about it. Gypsy, we're not stupid. You either helped with the unaliving or you told Nick exactly how you wanted your mom to be eliminated from this earth forever. So what do you guys think just about that one part? I'm going to go over a lot more. This is just, I don't want the video to be too long. So we'll stop here and I'm going to tell you more. It's going to be different little episodes because I don't want to overwhelm one segment. All right, that's what Susie says. Tell me what you say in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'll be making more videos, so I hope you guys enjoy this content. Follow me on TikTok, follow me on YouTube. Have a good day. Bye-bye.